Okay, so speaking of holidays, I made a video about a month ago talking about how the holidays are a big time where the narcissist will try to hoover you. Okay? They will try to hoover you. And it's very common. Oh, I just heard Minnie's feet. She'll come back here in a second. And Christmas is no different. So this is Christmas week. And you may have said, you're right, Renee. He's been calling me all week. Well, you guys, they could get lonely during the holidays just like you're feeling lonely. We talked about that Monday. I don't want you to, but you might be feeling lonely. So are they, if they don't have new supply lined up. So when do they hoover? Well, the fact that they will hoover until they think they have zero chance. That's the easiest bottom line reason. Let's break it down. Until they think they have zero chance. So as long as there is even a minute chance that you might answer them back, text them back, what have you, respond in some way, they're going to keep doing that. Again, especially if they're lonely, or especially if they're having, problems with new supply already, which can happen at any speed. They could have just started with, they could be having problems within a week. The narcissists break things, right? They break relationships, they break people. So if they're having a problem moment, if they're having a lonely moment, they're going to hoover you or anybody that picks up, and they're going to try to infiltrate your space during the holiday to massage how they feel. It has nothing to do with they miss you and they're trying to get to you. It has to do with, I'm lonely, I'm broken, I've landed on an island of isolation again, away from everybody. They can't admit it, they don't know why, but they just know they're miserable. So that's when they're going to hoover. They're going to keep doing it as long as they feel that you may respond. And you might say, well, how come he keeps hoovering me? I haven't responded. Well, I knew somebody who was hoovered for years. You know why? Because the person who was being hoovered never really, I hate to say this way, my mother hates the word hate. I just realized I use it, but we used to say detest when we were little. We had little kids looking up the words in the dictionary. She didn't like the word hate. But they're going to look at that and say, well, she's not responding to me, but she wasn't ever mean to me. She didn't nail the coffin shut. And the person that I'm thinking of, and I really do hate to say this, they just weren't ever mean enough to the guy. So the door felt open for him forever, for years. Now, am I saying go out and be mean to your narcissist Christmas week? I'm not necessarily saying that. But what I'm saying to you is that it is a fact that the minute they stop hoovering is because they know they're not being received. I went through great lengths to let my narcissist know he is not welcome here. I'm not faking it. I'm not saying it to get attention. I'm not trying to make you call. No, I really mean that you are not welcome to call, text, email, nothing. And I took a few moves, namely calling his new supply. Yep, I did it. Look that up. A couple of years ago, I posted that video. And I told her everything that he kept contacting me. Well, I knew once I did that, I would never hear from him again. Because I knew that he knew that I would have been probably recording it, sending it to her, letting her know, screenshotting any texts, screenshotting emails, anything. That was the meanness, so that's what I did. And I knew with his fragile ego that he's like, oh, I can't take that chance again with her blowing with my new supply. Who he was sponging over, living with. She told me right out, I spent so much money on him. You think he's going to lose that? No. So I blew it up in that way. Like the scene you see in so many shows where they're walking away and the explosion's behind them. That's what I did. So he knows, he knew. So I haven't had an email, a text, a phone call, nothing. But until I blew it up, my phone kept ringing. And if I didn't blow it up and take that action and others to make him know, even the way I spoke to him, he knew, oh, this girl hates me. She's disgusted by me. I turn her stomach. There was nothing that could have been taken any other way than that direct message. There was nothing that was ambiguous. Nope, I was very clear with my language to him. And it was stated calmly, in a fine state of mind. So he knew I wasn't being erratic. No, this is my decision. You're a disgusting human. And you're not welcome to and then he knew that I would have told his new supply. That's how I nailed the coffin shut. And I never heard from him again. When they hoover you is when they think you might answer. When they hoover you is when they think that you will be a cooperating bench warmer being called into the game. When they hoover you is when they kind of have a feeling you might respond. I'm not hoovered anymore. Because he knows, not only does he know he's not getting an answer, he knows I'm going to blast him. So, when it comes to being hoovered during the holidays, I want you to really give it thought to whether or not you're getting back to them. I don't care if they say, you could be all alone this week and you're sad about it. I don't care if they say, but New Year's Eve, remember 3 years ago, we could do that same thing again, and I'll come over, and we'll have champagne, and it'll be you and me, and what are you going to do, be by yourself? Come on, you never know what'll happen in the new year. We could take a turn. We could end up being together again, and They'll say anything to get you to respond. Don't fall for it. And I'm not trying to encourage you to be mean to the narcissist. They don't recommend that. The powers that be, they don't recommend that. They recommend that you don't engage at all. Okay? I blew it up. And I said everything, and I called new supply. I did everything that you're not supposed to do. Oh yeah, did everything that you're not supposed to do. But I felt to be that dramatic was necessary to make him stop, because he was dramatically hoovering me for a year. Dramatically. And I thought, this is going to take something special. And so I blew it up. Once they know they no longer will get through to you, they will no longer try. They like a little bit of a challenge. You know, a little bit. And we're going to talk about that next video when we talk about when does the narcissist leave you alone. You guys, keep an eye on this. Don't fall for the hoover this holiday season, please.